Now I'm sitting here in my Harry Potter corner today because look, I've got my Harry Potter t-shirt on. I've got my Harry Potter blanket. Got all my Harry Potter books. That's a little Harry Potter that my daughter made for me a long time ago. Isn't he lovely? So, because I'm all surrounded by Harry Potter, I thought I would read some stories today about dragons. So I might read 2 stories today. This one is called The Trouble with Dragons. And this week was Earth Day, I think on Wednesday. And that's a day that we kind of think about how we look after our planet. And this story tells us about how we kind of damage our planet and some things that we do that aren't very safe and aren't very sensible. So have a think about what the dragons are doing in this story today. The Trouble with Dragons. The trouble with dragons is dragons make dragons and they make some more till there are wall-to-wall dragons making dragons galore. Look at all those dragons. They're everywhere. The dragons start spreading all over the place. Soon their houses and roads take up all of the space. Look at all the buildings and the roads and all the fire and the flames. Dragons eat all the food and drink all the drink and use everything up without stopping to think. They also throw parties and make lots of noise and leave a huge mess after playing with their toys. Dragons chop down the forests, which melts both the poles and punctures the atmosphere full of big holes. Dragons blow out hot air, which makes everything hotter and hotter and hotter until all the snow melts and the ice turns to water. Then the seas start to rise and the deserts expand till everything's covered in water or sand. Who's this? Like there's Santa. There's no snow for him anymore. Say goodbye to the world into which you were born. Soon everyone else will have packed up and gone. Look at all these sad animals. Don't have anywhere to live anymore. Everyone except the dragons. Poor dragons. Imagine a world with no birds and no bees, just dragons as far as a dragon can see. Don't go, wailed the dragons. Don't leave us alone. A world without wildlife is no kind of home. Look at the seas. Nothing left in the seas. Black smoke everywhere. Everything's grey. If you stay, we all promise to do what it takes to look after the planet for all of our sakes. As the waters rose higher, right over their knees, a voice said, "Okay, start by not chopping down trees." Then all of the animals chimed in with advice, from the greatest of elephants to the smallest of mice. There's all the animals trying to tell the dragons what to do to look after the planet. Eat food that is grown much closer to home, and leave the wild places and ice caps alone. So the polar bears all want to live in the seals. Stop blowing all that hot air, but instead choose to walk and put less of our world on the end of your fork. So how could we do that? Stop blowing out hot air and instead choose to walk? We could maybe use our cars and buses less and walk if we can. Respect all Earth's creatures and cherish the land. Recycle, reuse, and reduce your demands. So, if you know a dragon, and most of us do, ask it if it thinks that this story is true. For if we can't see that our stories are linked, then sadly, like dragons, we'll soon be extinct. I wonder, did the dragons listen to all the animals? Look after their planet? And I wonder, can we think of ways that we can look after our planet and our Earth? Our other story with a dragon in it, Room on the Broom, another Julia Donaldson. I think this is one of my favourite Julia Donaldson books. The witch had a cat and a very tall hat and long ginger hair which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly that it blew off the hat. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then, out of the bushes on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in its jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forests they flew. The dog wagged his tail and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed aloud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her long ginger plait. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then, out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely, then bent her head low, then said, as the witch tied her plait in a bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped her broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then, all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leapt a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I am a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me? Yes, said the witch. So the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy and the broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. I am a dragon as mean as can be, and I'm planning to have witch and chips for my tea. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew nearer and, licking his lips, said, maybe this once I'll have witch without chips. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads. It had wings like a bird. And its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched and it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, buzz off, that's my witch. The dragon drew back and it started to shake. I'm sorry, he spluttered, I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat, and phew, said the dog. And thank you, oh thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you, I'd be in that dragon's inside. She filled up the cauldron and said with a grin, find something, everyone, throw something in. So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well, and while she was stirring she muttered a spell. Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom! Then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a shower for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. The end. So that was Room on the Broom and The Trouble with Dragons. Which one was your favourite? Not sure. Well, I hope you enjoyed those, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.